Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Blade Master. As you know, I do product reviews for mainly self-defense weapons, but I will also have other product reviews coming soon on anything from video games to cars, other stuff like that. So today I will be reviewing blunt weapons. My last video was SOG Magnum Dot knife review, legal knife to carry for self-defense. You can check that out on my channel for my other videos. Like I said, today will be blunt weapons I will be reviewing that I own. They don't sell them in stores, but you can get them made if you look online for them. I'll be reviewing FlatJack or Slapjack. Some people call it a sap. I call it a flatjack. Either flatjack, slapjack, or sap. That's what people call them. And its nasty cousin, the BlackJack. And at first glance, you might not think this looks like much, but trust me, I'll get to that. First one I'll review is the FlatJack. This is what I call it. This is all it is a self-defense weapon for just a blunt weapon, impact weapon. You put it on your hand like that and just wind up and crack somebody. This is my grandfather's. It was given to him by his a friend. It was a prison guard. The ones carried by police departments also carried them. Also, they carried the BlackJack, but if police departments carry them, usually has a PD stamped into it because it was made for police departments. They come in different weights. This one's probably a medium weight. It's got a nice leather around it sewn together. This one's actually very, very nice leather work by whoever made it. So I know all it says on there is JP Longslugger right there. But there's leather around it, good sturdy leather. It's got a metal running up the thing, flexible metal. It's either that or a spring. I'm pretty sure it's just flat metal in this one, and a disc-shaped lead ball on the end of it right here. And I'm telling you what, this thing, if you were looking for a blunt weapon for self-defense, this will do the job pretty much. Back in the day, they had the idea where if you were to wind up and hit somebody with this, when you hit them, it would bend back and it would cause less damage. It's not the case. When you'd wind up, it would flex back like a whip, and it would, the impact would be like double what it would be if it was just a regular sturdy blunt object like a lead pipe. So this is what it is. The FlatJack. It's got a pretty much like a hand lanyard just to give you a better grip, better hold on it. You won't fall out of your hand or nothing. Pretty much that's what it is right there, the FlatJack. If you never seen one, you could ask your grandfather or your father if he's a little older. They would know what it is. You just ask BlackJack or FlatJack, they would know. The other one also was my grandfather's, was passed down to me. This was his, given to him by his friend. It was a New Jersey state trooper. Police officers usually carried these more than the FlatJacks. Prison guards carried these. This was carried by a cop, and it has seen a lot of wear and tear, a lot of use. Still in great condition, works fine. I'm pretty sure this was used quite a few times by that police officer. This is the BlackJack. Same kind of thing. It's got the hand lanyard on it. It's got leather woven around it. Usually you'll see it. This one you really can't see. That's been hockey tape's been on it for grip and also hold together a little better because the leather corrodes after. I mean, this one's from 1950. It's been over 60 years. And that's another thing. Over 60 years, and this thing is still working perfect working order. Like you can still use it to this day. It's got a this one has a coil spring, a very heavy coil spring running up it, and then on the end of it there's a giant heavy lead ball, and you can get them in different weights. And this, to my knowledge, is probably one of the heaviest, if not the heaviest, you can get. It's very heavy on the end of it. It's a lead ball. You can see it coming out the end there because the leather was chipped off right there by the police officer that used it. God knows what happened, but this is highly illegal. You cannot carry this on your person. If you had this in your back pocket and a cop searched you and found this, you would get charged with a deadly weapon. I carry it in my truck in between the seat. Just put it right there. That's another thing. It's such a deadly weapon. This has the same thing, the same amount of force and power as a baseball bat, if not a little more, in a 12-inch, little thing, pretty much. I mean, these things, if you were looking for a self-defense weapon, it wasn't a knife. If you're looking for a blunt self-defense weapon, yeah, just for basic self-defense, you want to get this, pretty much. I mean, at first glance, if you were to pull this out, if your life was in danger, somebody might not think much of it because, it just looks like a wobbly piece of whatever. But in reality, just going like that, if you did that to yourself, it hurts. Like, honestly, that hurts my arm. I probably have a little bruise there and more. Like, that fucking hurts. Like, honestly, if you were to wind up and crack somebody with it, and that's what happens. You wind up, it goes back like that. Then when you hit them, it comes forward. This one's a little worn into most of them, and like I said, you fuck with it, you start wearing it in. This one is a little worn into most of them though. you wind up and you just crack somebody with it, this thing would kill them if you hit them in the head. I would never ever recommend you hitting anyone in the head or face with this. One shot to the head with this, especially the temple area, you would kill them instantly. It would impale or it would crack their skull wide open. Um, but police officer trained, if you were to use it, hit the right here is one of the best places, the collarbone. If you were to wind up and come down like that on somebody in their collarbone in a self-defense situation, if somebody was coming at you with a knife or something, you just backed up and cracked them in the collarbone with it, you would totally shatter every bone you hit there. Their collarbone would totally shatter. Same with the arm. Somebody reached in your car, that's why I keep it in my truck. Somebody reached in your car or something, trying to grab you, grab your wallet, or road rage, they do reach in and try to pull you out of the car. You just come along with this, and you just came down with everything you had, you would totally just shatter that bone in your arm. When I mean by shatter, I don't mean break. I mean it would shatter it. That's how much force it has. Hit somebody in the hand, you're shattering their whole hand. Same with the legs, the knees. You hit somebody in the kneecap, they're going down. They're going to need a knee replacement. That's why I can't stress enough, this is not a toy. This is strictly self-defense weapon. If you were in a fight, just hand-to-hand, man-to-man out in the street, you would not want to pull this out. If somebody pulled a knife on you or something like that, or you were getting jumped by several individuals, then yeah, it's a good time to pull this out and use it. But any other time, for kids, don't screw around and hit your friends with it or something like that, because you can do serious, serious bodily harm with that, and you can kill somebody with it. That's why it is illegal to carry it. Very, very deadly weapon. If I had to choose, if I had to tell you which one to get, I would go with the BlackJack. I think this is a lot more deadly and it does the job way better, but this is very good too. I'm not saying this won't get the job done, because it will. But in my personal opinion, this is a lot more deadly. So if anyone's looking for a blunt weapon for self-defense that isn't a knife or a gun, just something you could stick in the car. You know, you got kids or something, you just want to up the security a little bit, because there's some crazy people out there, especially out on the roads. You know, you don't know who that person is or what's wrong with them. If somebody tried to attack you, something you could have, something you could carry. I would definitely recommend this. This is probably the nastiest blunt weapon you could ever own. It is. That's top of the line. This is the mother of all blunt weapons, pretty much. So there it is. There are other videos on this. You can check them out about what they look like, and I think there's one where you can actually get them. You can have them made. My opinion right here, best blunt weapon you could possibly own. Please subscribe. We'll have more videos coming soon. I'll be reviewing more of my weapon collection for self-defense weapons. And stay safe, guys. Please subscribe, and always have a self-defense weapon on your person. Have a nice day.